Hello everyone and welcome back to Pikmin 2. Welcome to the Pikmin 2 bonus video. In this video I'm just going to show off some cool little things, neat little Easter eggs, and just some of the stuff I didn't really go over in my playthrough. Alright, so starting off, we're going to go jump into the Awakening Wood. Alright, there's a neat little thing over here. Starting on day 11, after day 10, starting on day 11 and afterward, if you notice, right over here next to the landing site, there are a lot of pellet posy stems. There's more than usual. Like, I don't even think these ones were up here before. There were less of these. There's some up here. And they definitely sprout some pretty high numbers, and they're not in full bloom yet, so I'm just gonna cut ahead to when they are in full bloom, and you'll see what makes them so special. Okay, and I'm back. We're back here, and now all the pellet posies have sprouted. So as you see, there's a lot of 1 pellets, but most notably, there are 3 10 pellets here. There's one for the 3 primary colors. There's red 10 pellet, there's a blue one, there's a yellow one. But even more, you have this 20 pellet posy right here. And I think this is the only 20 pellet posy in the game. I might be wrong, but this is the only one I remember ever seeing. But yeah, this one alternates, so you can get a ton of Pikmin here. If you ever need some numbers quick, just come here after starting on day 11, and man, you can get some quick. There's also another burgeoning spiderwort that sprouts here. This was not here before, so if you need some more red berries, well, there you go. You got one even closer to base. And another change I noticed. Right here, the burgeoning spiderworts were before. You got this. You got the mold stuff growing over this, so that wasn't there before. And I think the Awakening Wood also spawns in more sheer grubs. Yeah, it does. There are now more sheer grubs that spawn in the area as well, and they've actually eaten away all my bridges, so I can't really go back there that quickly. But so yeah, more sheer grubs, so that's always nice. But yeah, that's really all the changes in the Awakening Wood. Just all these cool pellets here, burgeoning spiderwort, and more sheer grubs. All right, on to the next area, to the perplexing pool. Okay, I will show off the mail. I think I may have messed up, darling. I lost a small fortune buying lottery tickets. It was all a nightmare. I'm afraid we're going to have to live lean for a while. Man, that's not good. That's not good at all. See how Olimar's promotion came with a big salary, and it looks like his wife got a bit too crazy with her spending. Okay, new mail. Awesome, Olimar's son. Hey Papa, I'm so happy. Mama's back to normal. I'm not sure what the reason is. Love, maybe? Anyway, hurry up and come home, and don't forget to bring souvenirs. I think it's neat that Olimar's family is trying to keep contact with him. That's nice. Alright, on to the next email. Alright, what's this one? Awesome, Olimar's daughter. Daddy, Mama has changed again. She's become nice like she used to be. She said it's okay if I don't study. Is it really okay if I don't become a perfect, proper lady? Really? Okay, this is weird. It seems I've skipped quite a few emails. Because there's like a whole section where it shows Olimar's wife like gets a bit too crazy with spending money, and like she sends like her daughter to like this expensive prep school and all that, and she gets a bit more mean and assertive and stuff. I don't know, but apparently somehow I skipped all that. I guess it's because I beat the game. Oh well, but it's just showing the aftermath. Like they spent all that excess money, so now she's going back to normal. All right, to the next one. Okay, next mail. Oh my god, it's the president's wife again. All of the treasures on the list have been found. I see you in a new light, honey. Hokate Freight is open for business once again. Get right back to work tomorrow. Well, that's not really gonna happen. I think she looks different. It looks like she changed her hair color, I think. Maybe, I don't actually remember. I swear she looks different from before. Alright. On to the next one. Alright, what do we got now? Oh, it's Louie's grandmother. Louie, I heard that you completed your task. Congratulations! My little Louie has become an extraordinary man. How about visiting your dad? I've got bug juice. Ah, disgusting. Yeah, there's another Louie's grandmother's email where she mentions that Louie grew up playing with bugs and also eating them, which explains why in his Picklepedia entries he's always talking about how to cook and eat bugs. So gross. All right, on to the next one. You got mail. That's another spam email. Hokate Emag number 255. Not just songs, songs of love. Rock out the Pick's greatest hits and get sappy. www.nintendo.com. Great, so now I don't know if we're being contacted by anyone anymore. Now we're just getting weird spam robot emails. Okay, on to the new mail. Mail time. Dad, today I'm writing on behalf of Bulby. Mom and I completely forgot to feed him. He got skinny, but he's been eating a lot of Pick carrots, so he'll be okay. Okay, that's something pretty cool there. They mentioned Bulby. That is their pet dog. And Hokate dogs look very different from Earth dogs. And if you notice, Bulby sounds very similar to Bulborb. Olimar named them the Grub Dog family because they look very similar to his dog Bulby. In fact, I think there's like a picture of artwork or something that actually shows what Bulby looks like, and he looks very similar to Bulborbs, like very close to them, so that explains the similar names. I mean, Olimar does name things that he remembers. He names the Pikmin after Pick carrots, and he named the onions after onions. Yeah. So he's very observant with his names. Alright, to the new mail. Again. Dad, our dog Bulby has been acting like a pig. He ate all of our carrots. Have you really seen creatures on that planet that look just like Bulby? Well, as soon as I explain it, the game decides to do it for me. Great. I wish I had waited for this one. Yeah, again, the Bulborbs look very similar to Bulby. Okay, on to more mail. Oh boy. Alright, what now? Oh, it's Olimar's wife again. I love you. Don't keep me waiting any longer. Please come home. I've made a ton of your favorite soup and it's here waiting for you. P.S. Bring souvenirs. I believe that's actually the last email. Yeah, I believe starting from this day on, it's just going to keep repeating that one over and over again. So I didn't get to show off all of them, but I mean, I think there's like a whole YouTube, there's videos that show all of them, because there's a ton of them. There's like a ton of them, like before you even repay the debt that you get from the president, that I wasn't even able to show off. Alright, I'm going to keep skipping ahead, see if I can get to the bonus day. Is the mail any different? Nope, it's the same one, so yeah, that was the last email. So yeah, that one just keeps repeating over and over again, so no more mail. Okay, finally back after skipping ahead so many days. Now I can finally show off the neat changes that happened in the perplexing pool. Okay, so starting on day 31 and after. Okay. Big noticeable change right near base. Yeah, freaking Beady Longlegs shows up. Yeah, starting on day 31 and after, Beady Longlegs will just show up right outside your base. Oh wow, I have like no flowers at all. That's okay, I'll just use the spicy spray. It's not like I'm concerned about Pikmin numbers anymore. This is the only time that Beady Longlegs shows up on the surface. Every other time he's been in a cave. So what does he drop? He drops a crap ton of 1 pellets. Look at all these. He has so many of them. So yeah, you can easily use him to build up a lot of Pikmin, and if you sort them to the right colors, like reds go on the reds, yellow go to yellows. Remember, if you match the 1 pellets with their onions, you get 2 Pikmin instead of 1, so you can get a lot here. Okay, another big change that starts to happen. I walk over here. There's shearwigs here that weren't here before. And if I go over here where these shearwigs were, there's actually more of them, I believe. Yeah, there's definitely more of them here. I don't know exactly what day it is, but at some point in the perplexing pool, there will be more shearwigs spawning. However, there will also be less wallywogs, because where these shearwigs are, there was a yellow wallywog here before, but now he's been replaced with shearwigs. And another big change, this area probably has the most changes out of them all. I believe starting on day 11 and after, there will be dwarf bullbears start to appear. And the number gets higher, like, first off there's just 2, but now there's 3 here. I believe there's 5 total. And starting on day 31, like the beating longlegs, there will also be a spotty bullbear just freely walking around the perplexing pool. In fact, I'm actually going to go try and find it, because I have no clue where it is. Okay, there it is. Yeah, starting on day 31, there's just one of these punks just walking around, just like he owns the place. So yeah, if you're still playing this game, and you're still after like day 30 in the perplexing pool, watch out, because it gets pretty dangerous. I mean, it gets kind of easier, because shearwigs are pretty easy to kill, and I'd rather deal with them than freaking wallywogs, but man, these... I mean, look at this. You got a stupid bullbear here. And I think this is the only time in the game, like the beady longlegs, that he actually shows up on the surface. Every other time he's just been in the ground. I'm gonna punch your children. I'm gonna punch you. This is a stupid idea. I'm gonna take him out. Okay, no, I'm getting hurt. So yeah, that's all the cool changes that happen in the perplexing pool. Definitely gets pretty dangerous, so just watch out if you're still here during this time. Alright, on to the final area that has a lot of changes, the Wistful Wild. Okay, back in the Wistful Wild. Starting on day 31, and every 30 days, starting on day 31, some very special creatures will start to appear. I'm going to pull out some white Pikmin, because these enemies do have a poison attack. I'm not going to get too much. Really don't need much. I'm just going to get a little group of whites. And I'm going to go over to the entrance where the Hall of Heroes was. No, guys, come on. Now, these creatures I'm about to show, they do not appear in the Picklepedia, and this is the only place they show up. They only show up in the Wistful Wild, and it's every 30 days starting on day 31. So it's like day 31, day 61, day 91, day 121, you get the idea. And apparently, they'll keep reappearing until day 301, somehow. These little things right here. Around the Hall of Heroes, and over there near the Dream Den, these little things are called Ujidani. Yeah, look at that. Just hitting them gets you so many sprays and so much nectar. I mean, look at this. I'm not even using the glitch, and I'm building up so much of this. Now, you want to be a bit careful because there can only be 30 blobs up on screen. Like 30 of these liquid droplets can be on screen at a time. That's it. There can't be any more, so if it's at 30, killing these things will not make any of these more spawns, so you have to clear some of them out. I mean, look at this. And if you use the glitch, where you can get two sprays with one droplet, you can get so many of them. So if you're still playing this game by this time, try to stop by this area, because, man, you can get so many of these sprays, and that should help you get through the game quite a lot faster. Yeah, these little creatures, the Ujudani, they do have a poison attack. However, they rarely attack. So I mean, I'm just using white Pikmin because, you know, poison. But you really don't have to. I mean, look at this. In fact, I've actually already hit the limit. There's no more spawning. See, as soon as I get rid of one drop, oh, they already killed them all. But look at that. I'm not even using the glitch, and I'm already over 20 on each of them. So I got rid of them all here. And in case this wasn't enough, there's more over here, too. I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, I have no need for these sprays since I've already finished the game. But man, if you're stuck on this game, come here starting on day 31, and remember it's every 30 days after that. Kill a few of them, drink up the sprays, and then kill a few more so you don't hit the drop limit. Get sprays, kill more, get sprays. And if it's mostly nectar that pops up, you have these withering blowhogs over here. You can just have them get rid of the flowers on your Pikmin so that way they can drink up the nectar. So yeah, pretty good strategy, I think. And yeah, if you use the exploit, the glitch, you can get so many of them. So many sprays, like way more than you'll ever need to actually finish the game properly. You can't shoot me over here, can you? No, you can't. There's a big wall in your way, you dummy. Alright, but that's all really the neat changes that happen over time. So now I want to move on to something a little bit different. Hello everyone, and welcome to something a little bit different from before. Before I showed off all the cool little changes that happen to each area over time. Now, I mentioned in my playthrough of the Pikmin 2 that the areas in the game are reused from the first game. Well, all except for the Valley of Repose. And I thought, why not show off the cool little changes that happened to each of the individual areas? So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go through the main areas in the first game, except for the Forest Navel, because that area does not reappear in the second game. And I'm basically just gonna show off all the map comparisons and any noticeable changes and neat similarities. So let's start off where it all began, the impact site. Now the impact site reappears in the second game as part of the Wistful Wild. And right off the bat, this probably already looks a bit familiar. See right here, this is where Olimar crash landed. You got these little spiral tree stumps around here. You got a ton of pellet posies around. All these pellet posies are not in the second game, but yeah, where the onions are, there would be creeping chrysanthemums. There'd be a couple withering blowhogs rolling around here, flying around here, and the markings are the exact same in the second game too. Let's see. I believe there's a water geyser around here. Ah, it's blocked up. That's okay. But yeah, up here on this little tree stump right here. Actually look familiar. There's no bamboo pipe leading to it, but up around where these templates are, that is where the entrance to the Hall of Heroes is in the second game. So that's pretty neat. Let's see. Right here, you're able to freely walk up in the second game. In the first game, you could not. Right here, there would be a cardboard box that you would push over there. In the second game, this is replaced with a poison wall. Hello, Flint Beetle. Right here, where the engine was found, this is where the entrance to the Dream Den appears in the second game. You would go up here. This ledge is quite a bit higher in the first game. Hello, Mamuta. Yeah, right here in this big tree stump, there's a yellow pellet up there. In the second game, there would be a couple orange bulborbs and another withering blowhog flying around here. But yeah, in the first game, in this tree stump where the orange bulbers I mean, you get to fight the Mamuta and the Gulix in this game. You'll come in here, this would be another poison wall. There's a pearly clamp over here. In the second game, there'd be a cloaking burrow net. I believe a fiery blowhog. There'd be a bridge you'd build over here, and that would lead into where the the other part of the Wistful Wild, which is the final trial, actually. But in the area submerged with water, you have some pearly clamps. They're not in the second game, but as you can see, this area of water is very similar, just minus the bridge. And I believe this little area of land right here is actually still in the second game. It's got some flowers on it. Yeah, there's a blue pellet here. And right here, you can come out from this end of the Wistful Wild, come over here, right here, and this would lead to where the creeping chrysanthemums are. So yeah, this is what the impact site looked like in the first game, and now you'll get to see what it looks like in the second game. Okay, now for the Forest of Hope, which became the Awakening Wood in the second game. And this should also start looking quite a bit familiar. Because right here on the landing site, which is noticeably bigger in this game, like holy crap. But yeah, right here in the second game, this is where the burgeoning spiderworts are found, where you would get the berry plants. And in the second game, right here, this is the landing site in the second game. This is where you land in Pikmin 2. You will come over here. In this area, there would be the burgeoning spiderworts. There's a wall here you would tear down. Right here, where there'd be a cloaking burrow in it here. There'd be a creeping chrysanthemum here. Over here, this tree stump is actually the exact same. There's a 20 pellet posy there's a 20 pellet that appears up here, but in the second game, this is where the Carmex treasure is found. In fact, this ledge is the exact same in the second game, although where that wooden wall was is replaced with an electric wall. And where this wooden wall was, there'd be a paper bag here. You'd have to weigh it down with a bunch of purples. This area of water is the same. There'd be a cloaking burrow in it here. You get past the electric wall, and here's where the armored cannon beetle is found. But in the second game, this is where you would find the blue Mario paint, the decorative goo treasure. This area would be covered in water, and this is where you find blue Pikmin in the second game. Pretty neat. It's pretty cool. I mean, are you starting to see all the cool little similarities? Let's see, down here, right where this bulb orb is actually, is where the whole of, the entrance to the White Flower Garden would appear. Let's see, there'd be a scale puzzle you'd have to use. Actually, no. No, there'd be a scale puzzle around here where this can of bomb rocks is. And you'd be able to go up this ledge. You can't do it in this game. But let's see. Yeah, up here, up on this ledge, you can't get it to in this game, but in the second game, this is where the entrance to the Bulblax Kingdom appears. Recognize the little bridge there? There'd be a little ramp you could take. You go across this little bridge, there'd be an electric wall, and there'd be the Bulblax Kingdom right there. Okay. And I love, whenever I play through these games, I love just seeing how much the landscape has changed. Because it really is quite remarkable. Alright, right over here, this is where the Extraordinary Bolt is found in this game, but in the second game, this is where the entrance to the Hole of Beasts is. See, because you would come from base, you come up here, there'd be a creeping chrysanthemum, go over here, Hole of Beasts. Over here, let's see. Yeah, there'd be a poison wall right here. There'd be another creeping chrysanthemum. This is where the yellow onion was found originally in this game. But in the second game, this is where I believe the geographical projection is found in the second game, the other half of the globe that unlocks the perplexing pool. Let's see. Where this wall is, there would actually be water over here, and you'd have to build out a bridge, and that would take you back to the landing site over there. And these bulb orbs are actually in the same spot where the bulb orb is in the second game. Let's see, up on this ledge, this is where the sunseed berry would be found. There'd be a lot of flowers and a creeping chrysanthemum up there. Let's see, this area is surrounded by water. Yeah, this little ledge right here. This is actually where let's see. This is where like some of the bonus pellet posies appear, I believe. This is where the bonus burgeoning spiderwort appears. I think I could be wrong. Let's see this area. In the second game. All this water's gone. Don't know where it went, but yeah, it's just gone. There's no bridges here you have to build up. There's just a dead shear grub in the water here. Don't know what happened. Let's see. Around here there'd be some bases, and there'd be a buried treasure up here. Around here is where the pilgrim bowl would be found. Here's the landing site, and right next to the landing site, this ledge is the exact same. Up there'd be. Actually, I can just take it right here. Second game, there'd be a rock here you could drain water, and there'd be a wall here you would tear down. You go up here, scale puzzle will be over there, Bulbuck's Kingdom be up there. Let's see, up around this ledge right here would be where the chance totem was found, the dice, and there'd be another burgeoning spiderwort, the first purple berry one. So yeah, pretty neat. All right, there's still another section to explore. It's over here where the burrowing snagrets are. So you remember up on this ledge where the Sensi Berry was found, just over there in that direction is where the snagret hole is found in the second game. So let's go. This is where the bridge would be. Go up here. This hill's the same. In the second game, this area has a lot more water, some wallywogs, and some bridges you would build to extend out your pathway. There'd be a poison bridge around here. Yeah, there'd be a poison bridge around here. And right here where these snagrets are found, somewhere around this area, I believe, is where the entrance to the snagret hall would be found in the second game. Yeah, somewhere around where this guy is, where these guys are. And you would take the treasure, there'd be a creeping chrysanthemum here, walk off the ledge, and boom, you're right back at your base. Right about here. So yeah, you can easily see it is definitely the Forest of Hope from the first game, and it's kind of weird to see how much it's changed over the course of time. And just to show a map comparison, very, very close to the Awakening Wood. In fact, yeah, this is where the blue onion was found in the first time. So yeah, you can easily see that. All right. Now on to the the distant spring. Okay, the distant spring, the largest area in the first game, and yeah, right off the bat, you can easily see some glaring similarities to the perplexing pool. So this is the landing site in the first game. In fact, these three little circles are in their exact same spots in Pikmin 2. You can easily see. I'll go to the landing site in the second game. So right around where these little series of islands are, like pretty close to where the Smoky Prog is found. Actually, Smoky Prog is like quite a bit further than I thought. See, right around here, this is where the landing site is in the second game. Obviously, it's a lot more raised up though. Second game, you come down here, there'd be some shearwigs here, and right where this stone wall is, there would be a bridge you would build out. You'd have to come around and build it out to extend your way. Let's see, this little ledge right here is exactly the same. You throw blues up here, lure them over here, and you would get the repair type bolt. But in the second game, you could bring pretty much any Pikmin type, and right here there'd be a bridge. You build the bridge out, and there'd be an electric wall around here that you would need to destroy. And this area of land right here where this Bulbear is, this is where the massage chair was found. But in the second game, this was covered in tile, and around here would be the entrance to the shower room. And of course there'd be a rock that you could drain the lake with. Let's see, this bridge wasn't even here. This was all covered in water in the second game. Let's see, this is noticeably bigger in this game, like holy crap. Like around here, this is where the water would end. Let's see. Yeah, this is quite a good bit larger in this game than I remembered. Huh. The Puffy Blowhog's not here, so I can't really show that off too much. Let's see. So if the landing site was around here, landing site in the second game is around here. You'd come down the landing site, come around here. Yeah, this tree stump right here. This right here, this is where the entrance to the Citadel of Spiders is in the second game. You come around here, there will be a wall you could destroy. You go back here. Okay, so this is kind of the same. There'd be a couple Wollywogs, but there'd be like a strip of land back behind the landing base. You'd bring white Pikmin, and there would be the onion replica treasure that you would find. Like, holy crap, this is much bigger in this game. Like, good lord. There'd be some water dumples and some Wollywogs you have to clear out of the way. Let's see. If I had to say the area that's changed the most, it's probably this back area over here. Like, that's probably changed the most, besides the landing site. Again, Citadel of Spiders. Let's see. Right here, this isn't really too important in this game, in Pikmin 2. But right here, these stumps right here in the middle, this is actually where yellow Pikmin were discovered in the second game. They'd be up around there where my whistle is. This area is the same. It's a bit shorter in the second game, but you'd build a bridge out here. Then you throw some yellows. There'd be a ship part found here in this game. But you throw yellows over there, lure them, and there'd be an electric wall to destroy over there. Of course, you could just use my trick to just throw them across. See, this wall wasn't even here in the second game. Yeah, this area should look very familiar. It's almost the exact same. There'd be an electric wall here. In the second game, this wall is replaced with a scale puzzle. You'd use the scale puzzle, go up here. I don't remember anything about these tree stumps. But right here, this bridge and this wall aren't even here in the second game. But yeah, right here, this is where the yellow onion is in the second game. This is where you found yellow Pikmin in Pikmin 2. And right here, this area would be filled with a bunch of yellow pellet posies, but this is where the armored cannon beetle is found in the second game. Let's see, there'd be like a poison wall right here. And right about where this Bulbear is, there would be a fiery Bulblax you'd have to fight. Let's see, this little stump right here has a few eggs in it in the second game. Right here, this is where the pilot seat was found in this game, but in the second game, this is the entrance to the Glutton's Kitchen. Go down the waterway again. Yeah, there'd be a wall you have to destroy in Pikmin 2. There'd be a couple Hermit Crawmats here. Let's see, this area is exactly the same. In the second game, there is a scale puzzle here, but as far as these like stone structures, this is the same. However, in the second game, you can't even access this ledge because this water geyser isn't here. So you can't get up here, but in this game, you throw some Pikmin up here, throw them across here to get a treasure. But in the the ship part, in the second game, there's a treasure in the exact same spot, but you gotta use a scale puzzle to get up there. These water dumples are relatively in the same location. Now in this game, you are able to freely access this part because there's no ledge blocking your way. But let's see, yeah, you have the cool little puzzle where you turn the blues into yellows, grab the treasure, that would be up here, and then turn them back into blues so they carry you back through the water. But right here should be very familiar. In the second game, this sand is covered with water, and right about where this blue candy pot bud is, would be the entrance to the submerged castle, right here in this back corner. And let's see. One more big similarity. Right here, this little maze area right here is pretty much exactly the same. This water is not here in the second game, but I think right here there's like a metal shutter that's been like come up from the ground. Yeah, you would build the bridge out here. There'd be some shearways, and right about where that water is, over there, that'd be the landing site. Let's see. Yeah, this maze. So in the second game, you're able to bring Pikmin up here. Let me just walk up there. Yeah, we'd bring a few yellows up here. And you throw them to get the Gherkin Gate treasure, the lid for Vlasic Pickles. And in this game, you would also bring yellows and get the UV lamp up there. It's in literally the exact same spot it was before. And this maze area is completely the same. Now this little area is kind of a bit removed. It's actually like just easier to get out of now in the second game. It's really all I can think of. Like all the biggest similarities. But yeah, that's pretty cool. You can like see like you can see how they reused the maps for the second game and just kind of added new stuff. Like they put a cave here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like they used the same areas, but they also made them quite unique from what they were before. And I gotta say, I miss the days when the Bulbears were still just sleeping peacefully. Wake up. Yeah, and in the next game, you guys are super pains. You know that? I mean, you're kind of annoying to deal with in this game because they got a ton of health. But man, the second game, man, they suck. Alright. Yeah, that's the Distant Spring. Let's just do a final map comparison. Yeah, very, very close to the Perplexing Pool. I can't even zoom out all the way. That's as far as I can go. But yeah, very similar to the Perplexing Pool. Alright. On to the final area to show off the comparisons, the final trial. Okay, finally at the final trial. The last area to show off the similarities and differences in the second game. From the second game, I mean. Okay, so right here on the landing site, in the second game, these markings were covered with the mold stuff, and underneath would be burgeoning spider warts. And right down this way, there would be an electric wall you could destroy, and that would lead to where the impact site part of the Wistful Wild is, but obviously in this game that doesn't exist. So it's kind of going backwards from the Wistful Wild. Let's see. Okay, so right around here in the second game, there'd be a rock you could destroy to drain the water of this area. In the second game, this area has been replaced with a high ledge you can't access anymore. But in the first game, there would be yellows. You could throw yellows up here to get some bomb rocks. But yeah, this area is kind of, like not accessible anymore, but this area is still relatively the same. It's a bit smaller in the second game though, like quite a bit smaller. So around here, I think there'd be a wall you could destroy, and there'd be a hermit crawmad, and you bring him out here to drain the water. Let's see. Yeah, this area right here where all these fire geysers were, this is where you would take, this is the path you would take to go to where the hermit crawmad would be here. There'd be a wall here, and then you could go drain the water. Starting to see it? And let's see, this would be the return path you could take, because you can only go down that way, but you can go back either way. Like, you got two exits but only one entrance. And let's see, right here where this body of water is, right about here, this is where, like near this wall, this is where the entrance to the Cavern of Chaos is in the second game. There'd be a this ledge is the same right here. There'd be a few eggs you could break open right here. There'd be a decorated cannon beetle. Of course, there'd also be a Gatling Grunk just walking around too. Let's see, yeah, you would take this. Yeah, you go up this way or this way. and you could go down this way, and that would lead over to the impact site area of the Wistful Wild, but again, that was not in this game. But you can definitely see where it was going. Okay, I can't really go out there. I don't really feel like getting the Pikmin out, but yeah, you can see Cavern of Chaos, wall. Can I just go around? No, I can't. But you'd be able to get out here, and right where that wall is, that would lead to the entrance to the landing site in the second game. Okay, hold on. I'm not getting a good view. I'll be right back. Let me get some Pikmin real quick. Okay, I'm back. I got some Pikmin and I managed to clear my way through. But, so now you can see it a little bit better. So you'd come out of the landing site. Right here, you would take this ledge over here. I'm not going to do it because it's full of fire, but you would take that, and that would lead to the water with the Hermit Chromad. And yeah, now you can see, you would go around here, go around this area there, this ledge, that would lead to the impact site over that way, and you go down here, and that would be the Cavern of Chaos right underneath that bridge. So right where this wall is, this is the arena to Emperor Bulblax. Let's go ahead and tear this wall down. Yeah, right here where Emperor Bulblax is found, this is the landing site for the Wistful Wild in the second game. And it's interesting to see how it's changed, because it's not covered in sand. It's actually got a big yield. It's actually got a yield sign just lying in the ground. So you would land here. Your onions would be around here, and even this ledge up here is the same. There's no bomb rocks in the second game here, but there'd be like some rocks you could break open to get some nectar, which, you know, makes total sense. So yeah, that is the final trial, and I'll go ahead and like, so yeah, go right here, goes over there to the impact site over there. So yeah, hopefully you're able to see all the differences and the similarities too. And you know what? While we're here, why don't we just go ahead and show off how intimidating Emperor Bulblax used to be. Look at him, he's a friggin' beast! Oh god. Holy crap, look at that! He did a friggin' third of Olimar's health in one friggin' hit. Good lord. Yeah, look at him! And compare him to the joke that he is in the second game. Look how friggin' big he is here! He's friggin' huge! Can I punch his feet? You're not gonna step on me, are you? Yeah, look at him! He's friggin' huge in this game, and he's pretty intimidating, and he's got a crap ton of health. But man, the second game, just throw a few purples on his face and he's just dead instantly. But I guess this goes back to what I hear people saying, is that in the second game, they're juvenile Emperor Bulblaxes because they're a lot smaller. And this guy is much bigger, so this is probably like how big they get when they're fully grown. So it's probably like a full-grown adult Emperor Bulblax. So yeah, thank God they're not adults in the second game. Man, he used to be so intimidating. Alright. Well, that's all the Pikmin 1 maps, so now I will go ahead and show off all the Pikmin 2 comparisons. See you guys in just a little bit. Okay, now that you've seen all the original maps from Pikmin 1, I'm going to show off the changes and the similar landscapes in this game. Showing the comparisons and all the neat changes that have happened over time, because man, it's cool that they reused older locations, but it's so weird how they've changed quite a lot. So I'm going to show it off kind of like how it worked in Pikmin 1. So in the first game, this was the landing site in the Forest of Hope. The Awakening Wood is the Forest of Hope, so in the first game, this is where you would land. It is noticeably a lot smaller now, because I think these walls are pretty thick, but yeah, you would land here. Your onions would be here where this burgeoning spiderwort was. You would come out here. There would be a wooden wall here. You'll come out here, there'd be some dwarf bulborbs, there'd be pellet posies. Over here on the ledge, there'd be a pellet, there'd be a bulborb over there. I didn't actually get rid of this wall, so it's in my way. But you would take Olimar, go up here, there'd be a ship part over there where this burgeoning spiderwort was. Let's see, over here, this bulborb's like actually near the area where it was in the first game. Where this bridge was, it's actually getting eaten by shear grubs right now. This bridge, there was a wooden wall here you would tear down. Let's see, there'd be a can of bomb rocks right here. And up on this ledge, this is where the burrowing snaggots would be found around the first game. Wait. Actually, be more up there where the snagger hole is, but this area right here, where you kind of land in the first game, right here, there'd be a ton of water here. This would all be covered in water. I don't know where all the water went. Let's see. Yeah, I think actually right here. Oh my god, yeah, this little dip here I think is the same. Up here, this would be where one of the ship parts was. So that's pretty cool. Alright, now let's explore more of this side over here. This shows a little bit more off. So, landing side, this would be a stone wall that you need to blow up with some bomb rocks. You over here, there'd be a bulborb over here. This tree stump and this ledge are actually the same. Up on this tree stump where there was a treasure, there was like a 20 yellow pellet up there. Up on this ledge, there'd be a wooden wall. And there'd be another wooden wall here you need to destroy with blue Pikmin. And up here, this is where we found blue Pikmin in this game. But in the first game, this is where I believe the radiation canopy was. And this is actually the area where you first fought the armored cannon beetle in the Forest of Hope. And yeah, you would just take the straight path back to base. That's pretty cool. And over this way, there wasn't a wall here before. But around here, this is where some more bomb rocks would be found. This is where I believe the Nova laser was found, somewhere around here. And there was actually a ledge up here, and this led to, well, back here where one of the ship parts was. We were not able to go up there in the first game where the Bulblax Kingdom is, so that's a new thing. Alright, and the first game there was actually a little hole that you could take to go through this little branch right here to bypass the wall, but it's actually been replaced with a paper bag now. That's pretty cool. Hello. Oh, you came up a bit late. Right here where the Hole of Beast is, I think this is where the Extraordinary Bolt was found in the first game. There would be a stone wall here. There'd be a ton of shear grubs here. Let's see. Yeah, this is where the radar was found in the first game. That gave Olimar his map. Ah, my bridge is destroyed. Right here, this is where the I believe the geographical projection was. It was the other half of the globe. In the first game, this is where the yellow onion was. This is where you first found yellow Pikmin. Over this way, there would be another wall around here, near where this bridge is. There'd be some more bulborbs around here. You go up the ledge, there'd be like a cardboard box in the way. And up there near the snagger hole, that's where the burrowing snaggots were found in the first game. So yeah, pretty cool. So as you can see, and even the map layout's pretty much the same. Very close and very same to the Forest of Hope. Alright, so that's the Awakening Wood compared to the Forest of Hope. Now moving on to the Perplexing Pool, comparing it to the Distant Spring. Okay, now to show the similarities and differences in the Perplexing Pool compared to the Distant Spring. Now right off the bat, this is probably the most obvious area to recognize as the Distant Spring from the first game. Forest of Hope's a little bit tougher, but this one's quite a lot easier. So right here where these shearwigs are, this is the landing site from the first game. You would land here and there'd be a big lake over there. this whole area wasn't even really raised up at all. In fact, I think around here, actually I think this is actually smaller. Like around back there would be a puffy blowhog where you would take I believe the radio treasure. Somewhere around this area here, I think actually around this landing site is where you would find the smoky prog from the first game. In fact, these little small circles are actually in like the exact same spots they were in Pikmin 1, I believe. So yeah, landing site around here. You would take some blue Pikmin, throw them up on this. This ledge is actually the exact same. Lure them over here. Oops. If I can get up the thing. Okay. Oh my god. You would lure them up here. There would be the repair type bulb. The repair type bolt would be found up there. There wasn't a bridge here originally. This was all just covered in water. And over here, where the entrance to the shower room is, this was like another island. There'd be a spotty bulbear sleeping here, and the massage chair would be found in that corner where my whistle cursor is. There'd be some skulls here with some bomb rocks inside them. The water part's relatively the same. Yeah, not too much has changed there. Of course, obviously, these tiles weren't here, which begs the question, like, where did they come from? And, like, over here, this would be, in the first game, this was a stone wall you would have to blow up with some bomb rocks. There'd be a few spotty bulbears sleeping around here. This little maze area is, I believe it's identical to the first game. In fact, it looks pretty near identical. Come on, President, come on up. I should have just left him back at base. Yeah, in this game, you bring some yellows up here, throw them up high to get that, I believe it's the lid to the Vlasic pickles. Well, in the first game, you would also bring yellows up here, and there would be the UV lamp right up there. So that's pretty cool. Don't know where this little metal shutter came from. Begs the question, like, do you think these structures were here the whole time? Like, were they just, like, buried under the ground? Freaky, right? Over here, where the yellow Pikmin were discovered. Yellow Pikmin were discovered here. This area is quite a bit lower than it was, because there was a lot more tree. It was a lot higher in the first game. There'd be some fire geysers around here. You would bring like some Pikmin. Yeah, where these eggs are, there would be another skull with some bomb rocks. There'd be like a stick up here that Pikmin could climb up. You would lure them over here. There'd be like a bridge here. There'd be a wall around there. And right here in this area, this is where you fought the armored cannon beetle in the distant spring. So that's pretty neat. Let's see. Okay, these tree stumps are pretty near identical too. Right here, the entrance to the Glutton's Kitchen. This is where the pilot seat was found in the first game. This waterways, I can't really see anything different. Like, this was a stone wall. This was a wooden wall. Now it's an electric wall. And over here, instead of the scale puzzle, there'd be another wooden wall. There were a lot more walls here before. This area over here, there was a bridge on both sides of this little crossway over here. You get some Pikmin, they build it a little halfway, and to build this one build. Actually, this would be more like 2/3 of the way. I believe this was the. Might be wrong. I think it was the Gluon Drive. I don't remember. I don't remember the names of the ship parts that well. But this was a ship part over here. They would carry it across the bridge all the way back to base. Let's see, this would be just more area covered in water. Over this way, this whole area was like completely covered in water. And over around here, around near these where these water temples are actually, I think there was a little bit more water. I'm not entirely sure, but there'd be a puffy blowhog. That's where the radio treasure would be. I think I've said that before actually. So basically covered mostly everything except for the very back area, so now I gotta walk all the way over there. And again, like the distant spring, this is the largest area in the game. Yeah, there'd be a ton of yellow wallywogs down this waterway, kind of like in this game. Well, actually, there's really only one around here. Okay, so around here... Yeah. Up here... Yeah, up here. This is where the, this is where treasure was found in this game. You'd use the scale puzzle to get up here. In the first game, however, there would be a water geyser that you would take up here. You would throw some Pikmin up here. You take a water geyser, Olimar would get blasted up to the to this little ledge here, and then he'd throw them across over there. In this game, however, you got to use the scale puzzle to get up there because there's no water geysers in this game at all. And over up on top, near the submerged castle entrance, up on top of this ledge right here where my cursor is, that's where the, I believe the Kronos reactor, I think that's what it was called, that's where this was found, and he had a pretty cool puzzle where you would bring blues across the water, throw them up on a little platform here. It's no longer here. It's amazing. The water dumples are actually still in their relative spots. You throw blues, you change them into yellows with the candy pop bud, throw them over here, throw the yellows up there to get the part, turn them back into blues so they can carry it through the water, and then they carry it right back. So yeah, that's really all I can think of. Yeah, you can see it's changed so much, yet it has remained very much the same at the same time. And again, looking at the map layout, yeah, very, very close to the distant spring. Alright, so that's really all I can think of for this area. So now, on to the Wistful Wild. Okay, the Wistful Wild actually has two areas combined. It has the impact site and the final trial merged into one. So since I'm already at the final trial area, I guess I'll start with this first. So right off the bat, this should be very familiar. I think I've mentioned this before. Right here where you land, and like how cool, you land on a yield sign. That's just in a bit of scale proportions right there. But in this arena, this is where Emperor Bulblax was fought in the first game. In fact, even still got this little ledge up here that you can go, and there in the first game there would be bomb rocks here that you could use. There'd be a wall here, grab the bomb rocks, fight Emperor Bulblax. So I'm going a bit... Really? You're all the way here? Come on, President, I'm taking you for safety. You shouldn't be allowed to come here. I'm actually going to try to do it a little bit... I'm going to do it fourth because it's a bit easier to see it that way, in my opinion at least. Okay, so right here, underneath these mold things, the markings are even the same from the first game. This is the landing site for the final trial. You would get your guys... Now this has changed quite a bit. This area is not really much anymore. But around here, there will be water. You throw yellows, you get some bomb rocks up around here. Let's see. This had like some bridges and a wall that you would need to blow up. But there'd be two bridges you need to use blues to build across. You would bring your reds up this little ledge right here, actually. This is here. So the bridges would lead here. You'd bring some red Pikmin through a bunch of fire geysers crossing this ledge here. And there would be a cardboard box that you would push out of the way. You would take that, there would be a wall near where the Gatling Grunk is standing, tear that down, and then you go fight Emperor Bulblax. And this area was mainly covered with water. There was a little bit of a ledge up here that you could go up, and I believe there was some grass and nectar that you could find. Alright. And if you can see from this area of the map, very, very similar to the final trial. I think it's almost the same. Alright, now for the next area, the impact site, this should be very easy to recognize. This is probably the easiest area to recognize, in my opinion, besides the distant spring. Okay, so right here is where Olimar crash landed in the first game. The dolphin would be right here. Even these little, like, spiral tree stumps things are even the exact same spots, which is pretty cool. You go around here, where this creeping chrysanthemum is, this would be where the red onion was, where you first found Pikmin for the very first time. Let's see. Up there at the entrance of the Hole of Heroes, there would be a ton of pellet posies up there. There'd be like 3 10 pellets up there. Let's see. Don't really think... I think this just had a ton of pellet posies over here. This whole area would be covered in pellet posies in the first game. But anyway, where this wall was, there would be... the cardboard box would be, where you need 10 Pikmin to push it. And right here where the Dream Den is, this is where the very first ship piece was found. The main engine for the Dolphin. Go up here, you would use the cardboard box as a bridge to get up here. Where these orange bulbs were, up here there'd be like a yellow pellet. And the first game, this is actually where you would fight the Mamuta and the Gulix as optional bosses in the first game. This very tree stump right here. This would actually be a stone wall you need bomb rocks to blow up. And right here, there'd be a pearly clamp. There'd be another pearly clamp around here. And there'd be another one around here, which had, on top of this very rock, that would have another ship piece. And there would be another wooden wall right about here. They would break down and you can use it as a shortcut to get to the onions. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I believe right around here there would be like a 20 blue pellet. So yeah, it's really neat. I mean, are you eating the bridge? Yeah, you were. He was eating the bridge. I forgot the cloaking burnets actually eat away the bridges. I thought it was only the sheer grubs. Okay, but yeah, that's all the areas from Pikmin 1. I'm not going to go to the Valley of Repose because that area is original. It doesn't reuse locations from Pikmin 1. Although I have heard some people say that it reuses some areas from the Forest Naval, which does not appear in this game at all. But I'm not too sure about that. Maybe, but I've never really seen any resemblance to it. Alright, but that's all the map comparisons. And that concludes the Pikmin 2 bonus video. Thank you all for joining. I hope it was pretty cool to show off these neat little things. I think they're pretty cool, like so much can change in the game over time. And I thought it was pretty neat to show it off. Alright, but there's still more Pikmin 2 to come because there will be the challenge maps. So look forward to that because that's going to be fun and also pretty nerve-wracking at the same time. Alright, but until then, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.